was unlocked,
okay,
and suddenly
so this is after the live stream that I just did. It's still November
now imagine you know all
14th, 2020. I'm sitting here thinking about that
what power that gives you.
Live stream that I recorded,
look at how
but
the
I haven't
same information
uploaded yet.
is there wherever
right?
you look with people
I don't know
with
if
an
I
open
put
mind.
the date on
Tesla, my brain is only
so
a receiver.
I may have to try that
Central
again
American
one more
shaman.
time.
We are perceivers, we are awareness,
and make sure the
we are
date
not
is
objects,
on it.
we have no solidity.
But before I can go forward with my little experiment here, okay, because this is what this is. I'm doing an experiment going against my better judgment in terms of I don't want to be YouTube's you-know-what. But anyway, there's some things I want to clear up for myself. And if I need to make amendment, right? So basically, it is 20 to 2 in the afternoon. It's not raining, but it's cold. I slept a lot yesterday, people, and last night. All right, every now and then I have to play that catch up. Because that, just... I can grow food. That should be what pushes me forward, right? Not anybody and everybody can grow food. So I'm very, very grateful to be able to have that opportunity, right? I'm not going to kick it off to the wayside. But, so I'm going to go outside. I'm going to bring the camera with me. I unplugged the lights in the greenhouse. There are a few little teeny-weeny tomatoes in there. I don't know if those plants are growing no more now without the lights burning in there, but I'm going to need that cord downstairs because I have to get into the garage and do some stuff in the garage and in the laundry room, like I said. Right, so I should be doing that within the next week or so. A couple days here and there anyway. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go out in the back. I'm going to check and see for moisture, because what I did on top of the roof of Mr. Lacey's cat house, aka the lettuce room, I tried to do some stuff up there. I'll show you, but I should have just probably left it alone. So I want to get in there and open it up and see if what I did started making leaks inside. So I'm thinking just to take a tarp and just tarp it over the roof again, at least for this winter, and start fresh in the spring, and maybe even buy some of that stuff and redo it. I don't know. I just know that I don't want it leaking all winter long, and I think I may have made it where it might be leaking, but I won't know until I get out there. And so anyway, I'll bring the camera out there. We'll record that. I know it's boring stuff. The stuff that YouTube likes people like me to do, so, it doesn't ruffle no feathers. It doesn't bring anything to the light, right? It doesn't expose criminal activity. Just, stupid shit, right? Stupid shit that at the end of the day, most people aren't interested in watching, because, they got other things to do. Obviously, I show you Mr. Lace's cat house, a.k.a. the lettuce room, so that if you have a little available space, like a yard or something like that, there's nothing stopping you from wanting to go off there and try and create it for yourself. Even if you think you don't know how to use a skill saw, or you don't know how to build this or build that, or do whatever, just by watching my videos should give you enough inspiration to give yourself more credit, right? And for the things that you really can't do, you can always hire somebody to get that initial frame up, right? Where you can install windows and maybe do a subfloor. It's not that complicated, but, you can do, but like actual frames for greenhouses, right? Then if you feel that you can't do that, just hire somebody, pay them a few dollars, and they'll get you the initial frame. And then you can take over and build in, put in the windows and da-dee-dee-da-da, right? That's what I've done. Okay, what I'm working on with Mr. Lace's cat house, a.k.a. the lettuce room, initially, I started that in 2000, I can't remember, 11 or something like that, when the kids came home with the chicken, Mr. Lace, and I was out there on December 24th, right, building him a pen, because I had this chicken that was homeless. And so I was out there on December 24th. I have the video building it, and basically all I used was pallets and a few pieces of wood. My son helped me to put it together, and that thing's been standing there for like 8-9 years, and you can see what I've done with it, right? You just need a basic frame, and then you can build around it. So by doing videos like that, even though they're kind of insignificant in the great grand scheme of things, You know, if you have the little bit of land or available a little bit of land, you know, just build yourself something like that because, you know, you can grow food. And it might help. It will help with your food budget one way or another. It will help with your food budget. And I'm here to tell you that you can do it because if I can do it, you can do it, okay? You'll find a way to do it for yourself and your family. So that's the introduction for this video. Of course, I'm doing it so that I can stack and pack a few videos before I come in with those pre-recorded live streams that are sitting on the shelf right now. I have to leave it for a few days and I have to build up a few videos. Okay, I'm not doing it for YouTube. I'm not kissing YouTube's ass. I'm doing this for me, for the people who have been watching my videos, and to clear up a few I don't want to say discretions, because as far as I'm concerned, what I've been saying is true, right? Common Core is not built into HTML source code. There's no logic to Common Core, okay? So, as I'm sitting here thinking what's going to happen when I try and restream this, because I've never done it before, you know, I'm just wondering if you have to queue these things versus just jump into restreaming them. Like, this is all new stuff for me, okay? But it's very important that I go through this exercise. So, I'm just adding on to the grid. I'm just adding in some cards to see how many cards that one particular or two, because I'm probably going to come back and do it again tonight and make sure I date it, because I think the first one I did, I didn't put the date. I just put, this is a test, right? I didn't put a date on it. I don't remember. I have to go double check. And if not, I will do another one, right? And then I will restream them in about 4 or 5 days from now. And hopefully I'm still on board with StreamYard in terms of my subscription hasn't come to the end, because I haven't renewed it, right, because of the flashing, and it's difficult to navigate with just the one browser trying to switch pages. I don't like that. So basically I'm just going to keep it simple out there. Just do a little test to see what's leaking out there in terms of check the shed, check Mr. Lace's cat house. I'm not going to worry about the X Club right now. And then I'm just going to basically put things away. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to worry about bringing out the skill saw. None of that stuff. Not today anyway, because I've been kind of tired, right? And I don't want to get sick, okay? Because I slept a fair amount. But I'm a little motivated. I just wish I could have avoided this. This is why I was paying people to babysit for me when it was warmer. I was trying to avoid this, working outside, doing this shit in these types of temperatures.
And staying inside?
Well, yeah, right? But it is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to come back outside. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Before I go outside, Tommy, right? This is his channel right here. Right here. I for the life of me, I can never really pronounce it. It's like a tongue twister for me. Right? So anyway, I'm listening to him. He's restreaming something himself here. Here he is posting, right? I've been reading the comments. But honestly, people, honestly, I'm afraid to turn off my computer. Yeah, because that's what I did with my last video, the one they took down. I uploaded, everything seemed fine, right? Shut off my computer. Came back an hour and a half later, whatever it was. It wasn't even that long. It was like an hour and a half later. I turned on my computer, clicked on that video. It wouldn't play. Then I went into this, and it just popped up on my screen that it had this shit on it. Alright. See, I don't know why they're saying I can submit an appeal, because it's already been decided that it's no good. But anyway, right? And now I'm afraid to turn off my computer
that again?
Because I don't know if it will do that again. Right? I don't know. Now they've got it as inappropriate content. What did they remove it for, people? I thought it was spam, scams, and something else. Now they've got it listed as inappropriate content. Right? Can't click it on.
Okay.
Oh, well, you can
Here we
see
go.
it,
It is,
right?
you see that? November 12th, 2020. Look where that came in, people.
Yeah, look where that came in, people. Is that
November
inappropriate?
November
November 7th,
7th. Nobody.
right? It came in between November 5th, November 12th, November 7th.
You can say,
See? And that one's November 5th. This one right here is November 5th. So they let you see it, but they don't explain why they took it down. Okay. And it was a 43-minute video. So the point is, I turned off my computer. I came back in an hour later, hour and a half later, and they'd already done what they did. And they've permanently striked my channel, where they've positioned themselves now to literally remove my channel at the whim of ambiguity. See? Appeal rejected. Right? Here it says, our review confirmed that this content violates YouTube's community guidelines. No further appeal is possible. Because they want to keep that for themselves. They want to use this to their advantage. Because my channel is a sacrificial channel where they can just do what they want. Right? Keep the subscriber below that or at that level. No more. Always less. Right? Have me do the types of videos that they want me to do. Right? As long as it's basically insignificant for the most part. Right? And even if I do give good information in terms of canning, making subfloors, motivating things, that kind of stuff, they don't appreciate it, YouTube, that's for sure. They don't see it as value because they've got millions and millions and millions of videos that do that kind of stuff already, so why should they care if I do it? They don't. Right? And they sure in the hell don't want me helping out the community, whether it's in the United States or in Canada. It doesn't matter. Right? These are all my copyrights. Where are they? How come they're not showing copyrights? Nothing yet to see. You haven't submitted any copyright takedown requests. Looking for copyright claims somebody made on your video list. There's quite a few of them, you can see. Right? Like I said, this is why I stopped doing a lot of park events. Because that's mainly what they're related around. I guess I have 53 of them. They keep adding on more. See, this one's completely blocked. Blocked worldwide. Right? Here's another one. Playground restoration restoration with Home Depot in the poorest district of all of British Columbia, Canada, and YouTube wants to block it. Blocked worldwide. This one used to play. They let it play for a few years, and then they just came in and blocked it. This video contains copyright material. As a result, it has been blocked worldwide. How is it that they can let it play for a few years, and this was the best video out of all those videos, people? Out of all of them. What happens if I click it? Yeah, you see, they took out the volume, and then you couldn't hear it, but you could still see it. At first they let it play because it's a really, really good video. Everybody was having a blast, right? And then they copyrighted the music, right? But you could still see the video, right? Right? You can see the video, but now they've blocked the whole video worldwide. Right? Do you see how YouTube fucks with me? Oh, you can still see it. Or can you not? No, it's just going around. Oh, no. I guess you can still see it. The targeting of my family began in January of 2003 under the BC Liberal government. Oops, might get into trouble for saying that. Consequently, the more I talk about homelessness and our union corruption in general, the worse things get, with Uncle John being the latest example. Right? Because they came in after Uncle John was medically kidnapped, because look when this was done, people. This was done in August 6th of 2009. Okay? I fed all those people who came from Home Depot to restore the playground in one of the complexes, right? The poorest complex with the poorest of the children. Children coming in from Lebanon. Children coming in from Darfur, from refugee camps. Things like that, okay? And YouTube just turned around and fucking did this. Okay? That's what YouTube did after they let this video play for a few years. And obviously they did it after Uncle John was medically kidnapped, because I started going on about medical kidnappings within our healthcare systems. This is the perfect example of how people try to control others and the political state of our economy when it relates to promoting social development outside of a political agenda that is oftentimes controlled by government unions. People in power don't want others to display good leadership, okay, unless it aligns with their agendas. That, in many instances, would include you anyway. So, if they can't silence you one way, as in this case, blocking out the sound, they will find another to smear your name into some scandalous drama as they egg their way into destroying you before they would support feeding students, yada, yada, yada. That was written 4 years ago, people. Okay? Isn't that what predators do? Chase. Chase, stalk, after the weak, meek, old, young, and old, wears down until we become easy prey. Okay? This was in 2009, people. One of the best videos, and YouTube blocked it. Why? Here's another one. See? Has been blocked worldwide and not eligible for monetization. Well, YouTube makes sure I don't get monetized. They've gone out of their way to make sure I don't get monetized. Right? Blocked in all territories. On behalf of UMG. right? So anyway, we know they don't care about any of that. See? Do you see it? Do you see all park events? Do you see? I had to fight for these things. And even then, I win and they come back years later and fucking reblock them. Do you see? All park stuff. It's all park. It's all park. That was playground restoration. They picked the best two. This one for sure. And they made sure they censored that. Right? Because they want to publicly humiliate me. Right? I'm the one that set that up. I'm the one that paid for everything. Right? In terms of feeding them and the workers, right? The volunteers. I fed them, people. I cooked food for them in my teeny weeny little apartment. Okay? And YouTube has taken that away from me. Because they have a point to prove. Like everything else that they take away from me. Okay? Some of this stuff here is back in the day, before YouTube changed their format with their web pages and made everything blasé, right? And so that's why those are there. But if you notice, more park event, all park event. See, this is when I was outside the business, right? Malcolm X chocolate milk party, tagged all those. Right, I bought out my DJ equipment there for a second, got dinged immediately, right? You know, right? Park event, park event, park event. Then they came in, right? And went back into my videos and did another one, right? My channel wiped out. That's when they started switching everything over, right? This is ShaMay's grad, right? This is party grad. That was ShaMay when she graduated from high school. And look what they did. They copyrighted that one too. Right? That's when I was doing a dance with the kids. Right? They copyrighted that one. As a matter of fact, they had this one playing, but then they turned around and they blocked it. Again, they blocked it worldwide. Right? Right? All you can do is hear it. All you can do is hear it. Look how many songs they blocked. Look. Video cannot be seen or monetized. So you can't even see the video anymore? See, that's what I mean. They're always changing their shit. So can you see this? Is this video... They blocked the video because of a song? Do you have the right in this content? What is this? 40 mil. Video cannot be seen. Video cannot be seen. Is that what that means? You can't see it? You used to be able to see it. Well, let's see. So you see how YouTube just comes in, and this one here was on my main page. Hold on. Okay, this one you can see. If you're a new subscriber, you should be able to see this one when you come to my page, or just any viewer, right? Because it should be as a feature video, right? Because I'm trying to encourage young people to step up to the plate for good things to do in the community, right? You know, I'm not trying to create hoodlums. I don't want hoodlums. I want proactive young people that, okay, well, what's going on here, people? This says blocked. Did we just not look at that? Okay, this one's public. Okay, can we see this one? Okay, this one we can see. Okay. And then This one says blocked. But it seems to be coming up. Do you see that? So I don't know. Because they had it on, here 3 years ago, right? I just realized that YouTube lifted its copyright on this video, which leads me to think we have someone on our side. At one point, this video was muted, but not anymore. Thank you, YouTube staff. Posted June 15th, 2017. Okay? You can see it's got 3,066 views. It should be on my main channel as a feature video. It should be, but I never get to see that. But here, oh, hold on. See? It says right here, visibility, blocked, copyright claim, all countries affected. So what am I looking at? Am I the only one that can see it? Am I the only one that can see it? Do you see how YouTube just does what it wants? It's this one right here. Right? They took it off my main page so you don't see it anymore. Right? You know, when I'll show you, right? Okay? Here it says it's blocked. We just seen it's playing somewhere. How about we Google it on YouTube? Let's try that. Let's see if it comes up. Okay? Okay? We're going to put it up in there and see if it comes up. Nope. Nope. So I'm the only one that can see it. Do you see that? I'm the only one that can see it, people. So you can't tell me that YouTube isn't shadow banning my videos. Okay? And they're being deceiving about it. Look at this. Right? This is why I don't do park events anymore. This is exactly why. Because this is what YouTube does. This is what YouTube does. So what's the action? Dispute. And we know that I'm being gang stalked by YouTube employees. So disputing it just gives them a reason to attack me even more in terms of penalizing me. Okay? There are some visibility restrictions on your video. However, your channel visibility. Since when? What's the visibility? The content identified in your video is listed below. Visibility. What's visibility? Oh yeah, there's some visibility. You can't. Nobody can see it. Video cannot be seen or monetized. After they let it play, after I disputed all their copyright shit, after I realized that they released it. Then I thanked them for it, and then they came back in and they did it again. Okay, like, how is that good business? Right? Tell me, how is that good business, people? Like, I don't even know what this is. I'm afraid to turn that on because whatever it is blocked a whole video. Right? Where absolutely nobody was doing anything wrong. Absolutely nobody. Content found. So between 14:11 to 15:12, they have blocked the whole video, made it so you can't even see it. That's like hijacking. And it's not like I haven't disputed this once already, a long time ago, with all this other shit. That's what I mean. You dispute, you get it released, then they come back and they do it again, and you have to dispute again, and then you win, and then they come back and they do something like this. And then they sit quiet on it, and then they circle you, right? This is that party where Julian's sister tries to say, I wasn't there, as she's spreading misinformation and slandering me and defaming me on her channel, as she uses federal trademarks to draw attention to herself so she can get more views because she's, running a, what is that called? Spam and a scam and whatever, right? As she's accusing me of not being at that party, even though I've got 44 minutes and 12 seconds of video from this camera with me running around taking video of everybody as she's got her 4-minute video saying I wasn't there and that I'm a poor mother. Right? You don't see YouTube doing shit about that. But instead, they just came in and copyrighted my video. And could change up any day and block it. Just like they blocked this. Okay? Right? Something was playing in the background with Amari there, you can see. Right? Little Leia May, something was playing in the background. I don't know what. But YouTube was quick to snag up on that. Right? Go on other people's YouTube channel, especially Julian's sister's channel, and she's got all kinds of music fucking playing. Nobody's copywriting her shit.
Bird.
Okay, there's a bird. Okay, well, I'll get to it in a second. I don't know who did that.
Skaya. Fast Skaya.
Right? So, I mean, it's pretty apparent what's going on here, people. Right? Where am I? And now YouTube is setting me up to have my channel shut down. After all these years. That's what YouTube staff is doing. That's what YouTube staff is doing. As Google allows everybody and anybody to spam my New Nations Unity images. Do you see how that pops up all the time? Right? You can't get away from it. Psychological warfare. Do you see that? Do you see how it's the first stages of terrorizing you? I see that as a threat. I see that as a form of terrorizing me. Right? I see that as abusive. Right? Considering all things said. Okay, and just to show you how shady YouTube is. If you notice the title, because I just looked at this, okay? All right. It says Dance Kids Dance, Surrey Stir. Right? October 24th, 2014. I already told you the history around this. Okay? Obviously, right? They claimed it, copyrighted. I got it released. It played for a long, long time. And then they turn around and they shut it down. And they made it where it doesn't even come up on the search engine. Okay? And that's because... But I can see it. See, I can see it and I can hear it, which is deceiving. But you go into... Oh, wow, look at that, people. Like, what the fuck is that? This is YouTube for you. I put the specific title of my video, which has over 3,000 views on it. Absolutely nothing wrong. It's to empower young people to come together and be productive and fruitful and helpful and to stand in unity for change, positive community change. Okay? You put it in the search engine of Google, and what's the first thing that you see? Right? I don't want to get into it too much, but it's very lewd. Let's just put it that way. And here we've got, this is why they took it out. Because they're promoting children with crotch shots, basically. Am I going to have this video shut down now because I said that? But it's pretty apparent why they took out my video, because they didn't want it coming up between this stuff. Because this is what YouTube promotes. Right? They're promoting their agenda. Okay? They throw in a stray every now and then. Okay, but clearly the majority of it's related to children. You can see. That's why they took out that video, people. And they used that one little 1 second fucking clip, 1 minute song or whatever it was, as an excuse. As they're circling. No, like, seriously, man. This is on YouTube. Do you see that? And they find my video to be offensive? Okay? Like, where is the logic on that? Currently, there are 35 copyright claims under this account. Whereas, I am photocopying all the copyright notices and will try to have a lawyer analyze them. Obviously, I don't have money, but as this is a huge injustice to the youth who participated in this event. Right? So, how many of these do I have? Oh, this is the other one. Okay, for all your effort to remain positive and respectful, you youth, rest assured it was not in vain. Well, actually it was, because YouTube came in with the axe and basically took everything away. Now, look what they've done. Look. They added in all their stuff. Do you see this? They've added it in, people. Look how they've done this. Okay, there's UMG, right? The one that's disputing and put it on fucking UMG, 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 UMG. Like, why do they, right? Because I told you it was playing on my channel. Here, this is what they took the video down for, based on this. Okay, like, I should copy and paste this, people. I'm going to copy and paste this, and I'm going to use this as an example when I write the CEO of Google, right, in terms of how YouTube is messing with my channel perpetually, trying to manipulate an outcome to where that outcome now is completely removing me slowly but surely off of YouTube. Okay? It's listed right here. Right? Look. Okay, I acknowledged in June of 2017 that they reinstated the video, right? After I did my disputes or whatever I was doing there, right? And then they turned around and they blocked it again. Because you can't find it in the search engine. And that's because this is what YouTube is promoting. They don't want my video coming up, taking away from the stuff that they're promoting. Right? See this? And this is why I'm thinking to start making videos after I do my little exercise here. Sorry. This is why after I do my little exercise over the next course of the week of just putting my account on hold so that we don't lose 2,115, 16, 17 videos, right? Because YouTube is up to no good, basically. And start somewhere else with what's important in terms of continuing to document what my government in the province of British Columbia, Canada, has been doing, right? And I'm taking it one step further to verify that I'm not just willy-nilly talking about it in terms of I know what I'm talking about, right? Because, you know, as much as they like to force Common Core on us and make us retarded, where the numbers don't add up, at the end of the day, right, the computer can only do what it's programmed to do. And it's not going to program funky shit. Okay, there's no rhyme or reason around it. So anyway, I didn't know all this. Now I know what's going on. I was wondering why that wasn't showing up on my channel anymore. Because YouTube comes in and takes it upon themselves to redesign my page, right? If you go into my channel, okay, it used to play here. It used to play right here with the introduction video, but they took it away. They just did what they wanted to do. If you've been watching my videos for any length of time, I've said it's like I have two different channels because sometimes I'll come across it and sometimes I won't. But lately I haven't seen it, but then I haven't been looking for it either because I just accepted the fact that YouTube, one of their staff members, just came in and took over my fucking channel and redesigned it the way they wanted it to be because that's what YouTube does, right? Customized channel. There, do you see? Do you see? Right there, it's right there. Dance, kids, dance, Surrey Stir, right? Trailer for people who haven't subscribed. You should be able to see that, but YouTube took it away from me, people. Why? Why? And now they're trying to take away my channel. Why? What gives them the right to terrorize me as they demoralize, defame, publicly humiliate, right? Participate, right, in whatever, so that they can rake in billions. I think they're up to like $15 billion a year now. They make $15 billion a year now, people. Something like that. And this is how they treat people. This is how they treat young people. You've seen the first freaking video that came up on YouTube search engine when it related to kids dancing was a crock shot of a little girl. And they want to throw stones at me. I'm going to freaking, what do you call that? Copy and paste that. I don't know how I'm going to put this shit together when I send it off, but I've got to send it off. And before I go off and restart a new backup channel on YouTube, I'm not. I'll take my chances with that other site. And I'll just try and come in fresh and, you know, introduce myself and challenge myself to, I don't know, maybe be a little more professional, although we know I'm not professional, right? I'm more on the fly, like a cussing sailor, okay? You know. And see if I can find a lawyer in California, being that I have to find a lawyer anyway to re-register the trademark, because I'm not giving up yet, people. I don't care what fucking YouTube does to me. I don't care what people like Julian's sister. They have done absolutely nothing for the community, in my opinion. Okay, they wanna oppress and, you know, lie and false information and, you know, deny and cover up and, you know, just the whole 9 yards, right? You know, I'm not, just because there's people like that out there doesn't mean that you have to give up your life and be their bitch for the rest of your fucking life. So the more I see this, the more I see what's going on, I'm glad I did this. The more I'm having to think that I'm going to have to start fresh somewhere else. And if I'm going to have to start, and if I have to, which is starting to look like I might have to, just to be able to preserve this as the history of the nonprofit so it doesn't get completely fucking deleted. But you see, that's the thing. They can come in years later and pluck something here and throw that shit at you and just use that as an excuse to cut out the whole channel, right? And that's why I need to talk to a lawyer. And maybe I'll find a lawyer that's willing to work with me with the fact that I've been a trademark owner for 20 years and I've given it my all, people. I'm at least $40,000 in debt. I've never gotten not 1 red cent back for that, for everything that I've spent over the years in terms of promoting the foundation. I've taken a lot of social abuse. You know, I've lost family members because of this. I'm a sitting duck to corporations such as YouTube. Right? You know, sitting duck for my government, right? This is bullshit. Total bullshit. Total fucking bullshit. And being that UMG seems to be the leader of the pack there, some of this I need to maybe write them. I maybe need to. I don't know where it's going to get me, if it's going to get me anywhere, right? But none of these corporations are held to account to anything that they do as they continue to destroy lives, basically, and exploit young people. All right? We caught them in the act. Okay? YouTube, if you're so interested in doing the right thing, why don't you Google that title, dance, what is it called? Dance Kids Dance, Surrey Stir. Because I can tell you right now, none of those young people stood up for the bullshit that's going on right now with YouTube. And they sure in the hell weren't freaking standing up to be silenced and have what they did that day go in vain. Okay? Like the CEO of fucking YouTube needs to see that shit before they throw stones at me. Okay? That's some nasty crap, people, and that's what YouTube promotes, okay? I wasn't looking for it. But you can tell I'm getting kind of mad over it. Because they're going to switch it around. And then what? Cancel out this video because I brought something to their attention that they don't want to accept as truth, even though it's staring them right in the freaking face? Huh? Is that what's going to happen? Strike one? Because she exposed us? By accident? By coincidence? By default? I'm not the one that asked you guys to promote that garbage. You do it for yourselves. As you shadow ban legitimate freaking human beings that are trying to do the right thing and have had hurdle after hurdle after hurdle after hurdle in front of them and can't even get past the fucking gate because YouTube likes to keep it at 830 subscribers for a lifetime. Okay, and the other thing, you know what? It's like 2:30 and like I feel so sick about what's going on, okay? And this is why I stopped doing park events. I go out there, do the right thing, dig in my pocket, spend, put up with this, put up with that, do this, do that, come home, right? Upload the day, and YouTube, chop, 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 block, block, chop, chop. Just did what they wanted to do. Then I had to struggle, fight to get back some of my rights, right? And you see what's going on. You think that's going to change if I go out and do a park event? Hell no. It's just going to get worse. Right? Doesn't matter where I go out in the community. If I bring music with me, I'm toast, people. Right? And like just seeing what I've just seen, I feel so, like I have a headache. I really need to take a Tylenol because it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Like I'm not even going to take you outside. We'll save that for tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to upload this as is because it's long enough, okay?
You're not going outside?
Well, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I'm like feeling really miserable. Like I'm so miserable, people. Because now I'm going to upload this wondering if YouTube staff doesn't like what I have to say and they're going to strike me because they've got me on that bandwagon. After they've been going behind my back and muting and blocking completely my videos so that you can't even run it through the search engine on YouTube because they're more interested in promoting kitty something. See, you can't talk freely. You say the word, you get but you seen it for yourself. And that's not supposed to make me feel sick. Okay? They put that shit above what I do. Because it makes them money. That's kind of like Julian's sister with her butt up in the air doing her twerking. Right? Because she's looking for attention. She wants those views. So if she's up there twerking with her crotch up in the air, right? People are going to come look at that. And then they're going to hear the shaming of me. So they get two things for the price of one. Right? Well, YouTube is the same damn way with those kitty videos. Okay? As they blocked my video after they released it and added their freaking tags in there and then came back and blocked it again and didn't tell me about it. Just went behind my back and did it. That's why I'm afraid to turn off the computer. I'm going to come back, and then that's when I'll find out that something else has been done. Right? So I can only do so many more YouTube videos. I have to start thinking about branching out and starting fresh. Just to be able to preserve this one, because it relates to the history of the nonprofit. Okay? It relates to the history of 2 federal trademark names that YouTube basically stomps all over. YouTube staff, that is. We haven't gone up high into the food chain yet.